Good afternoon. Today we will be learning about blended learning through what we read in this week's readings. My name is Viridiana Villarreal, and let's begin. So first of all, what is blended learning? So according to our reading, blended learning is any time a student learns at least in part at a supervised brick-and-mortar location away from home and at least in part through the internet with some element of student control over time, place, and or pace. This is according to the definition provided or adapted from Horn and Staker from The Rise of K through 12 Blended Learning in Osage Institute, California, 2011. So we are seeing here an inclusion of technology in the classroom, but in combination with class instruction. So we're not seeing here that technology is separate from instruction. It's as the name suggests it, a blend of both. What does it look like in the classroom? So it has to be a connection between online and offline classwork, meaning students are not using technology to play games if they finish early or as a supplement. Rather, they are using the technology in combination with class instruction. What the student does in the online environment needs to inform what is happening in the classroom according to Jen Johnson's video. So if a student is working on, let's say, an essay and they're taken to the computer lab, students are given time to do their research, that would be using technology integration. But what happens is that thin line between just researching and posting in an online classroom where students and the teacher can also help you and give you feedback and such. Students do have an increased control over their learning, as seen in the definition, by providing an online environment where they can access material resources, share their thinking, and look up to one another for guidance on their own time. And how does blended learning differ from technology integration? So this is a really important key idea because it is not the same as classroom technology integration. Using technology in the classroom isn't the same as blended learning because, as I said earlier, if a student is writing an essay and they're posting excerpts of what they learned so far or written so far into an online classroom forum and receive feedback from other students and personal one-on-one feedback from the teacher herself, that turns into technology into simple technology usage into blended learning. Let's say this teacher also has iClicker polls, and that's her way of integrating technology into the classroom. That is not the same as blended learning, but if the teacher takes that information into consideration and then has an online discussion forum later on to do for homework, then that is where the students are using technology and taking it a step further. There are 5 models. One of them is face-to-face, blended learning, rotation, flex, online lab, self-blend, and online driver. It's 6 models. So for the first one, teachers delivers most of the content face-to-face. Teachers use online learning on a case-by-case basis to supplement or remediate their learning. This is one of the most popular models because students give a certain kind of instruction, and then, as said earlier, they connect this to the online and offline ways of learning. And my reaction to the other models as well. When students are using technology in the classroom, and as Jansen said earlier, and they are using it not only as a supplement but as a way to enhance their learning, I think it is a great way to start students into technology and teach them the skills necessary, because we live in a technological world where advances are moving at a very high rate, meaning that this is a great way to introduce basic skills that are going to be needed later, as well as independency for learning at their own controlled time pace. So I think if I as a teacher would also introduce this type of blended learning in my future classroom. Thank you.